You can't assume you're the only one that has ever figured this out. We've been doing this a long time. We've been helping a lot of people, and we want to make sure it's done right. Since I'm responsible, this information was given to me. Listen, I say given to me, and I mean it this way. I'm autistic. And sometimes because of my autism, my words get, jumbled up. But that's okay. We've been working on being able to speak clearly and succinctly and getting a message out powerfully. Also, when I look at an amortization schedule, I see the pictures and the patterns of that schedule. And we're able to share with you what is really going on behind the scenes. So when we break this down a certain way, then we're able to save a maximum amount of interest. It's called critical point analysis. Now, it's not about putting a lot of money on the debt. It's about taking your budget. All right. Let me break down what we're doing for you here. All right. When you take a look at your budget, here's how it breaks down. Number one, you should have in your budget your lifestyle budget. That should be number one. How you want to live life, how you want to make memories for your family. Put that at the top of the list, not at the bottom. Every other program on the planet says steal money from your lifestyle to pay off your debt. At the P.I.L.L method, we want you to have a great lifestyle, so put it first. How much money do you want to spend on your lifestyle each month? Plug it in, make it a budget item. The next thing on your budget is, are you saving enough money for retirement? All right. There are a lot of experts out there that can help you with saving money for retirement. We have a few on our staff. Okay. And it's part of the program. All right. And number three, you want to make sure you're making at least minimum payments on your debt. You got to do that. You got to make the minimum payments on the debt. And then number four, here it is. Make sure you're paying the rest of the bills in the month. Track it. How much are your bills? How much money's coming in? Pay all your bills. Then if you do that, it will be easy to see how much money is left over. Then what the P.I.L.L method does, it takes the money that's left over and says, you need to put that money in the bank, put it in your savings account. When that money reaches a certain point in savings for an individual, family, or a business, the program will be triggered and says, take X amount of dollars to the penny out of the savings account and apply it to the debt in this month, on this day of the month, all right, on this particular loan, and then we'll figure out for you how much interest you can save per dollar. And it's the least amount of money you can move, not the most. When you're trying to figure out critical point analysis, what is the least amount of effort you can put into something to get the greatest return on your effort? All right. So if you're working, you want to find a way. How can I work the most efficient way possible so I can conserve energy and I can get the most work done by conserving the most energy? Not doing the most to get the most. You want to do the least to get the most. So that's what optimization is all about. That's what all engineers are trained to do. How do we take the least to get the most? Listen, I met an engineer who's now a builder, and this is what he told me. Said, Don, in all of our plans, I sat down to lunch with him. In all of our plans, guess what? I know how many nails. What? I know how many nails are in each plan. Oh! Listen, when they start building a house, they know how many nails to order for each plan. So I asked the question, so are you telling me that if you put 50% more nails in your plan, are you telling me your house won't be stronger? He says, no. Actually, if you put more nails in, it actually weakens the structure. We know how many nails go in. We know how many board feet. We know how many 2x4s. We know everything, and we order what we need to build this house, to make it as strong as it can and to cut down on waste. He knows how many nails. Isn't that something? So folks, when it comes to getting out of debt, you want to know what is the right amount to put on your debt on any given day in any given month so that you can save the most amount of interest per dollar. Let's just say you figured out the right move is that you're supposed to save $7 in interest for every dollar you place on principal. $7 in interest for every dollar you place on principal. If you put more money than you should, the amount of interest that you could save per dollar actually goes down by putting more on when you don't need to. And our program does the math so that it stops you at a particular amount of money to put on, and it tells you to the penny.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.